I don't even know if this is going to be construed as a compliment or an insult, and I'm not saying that I necessarily mean it as either, but does anybody realize that, like, the YouTube fitness community has pretty much turned into the WWF in the late 90s, like during the Attitude Era? I mean, I'm not kidding. I don't mean this as a joke. This is serious. I used to watch TV on a regular basis. I just ran out of shows about a year or two ago. I don't have anything left to watch. I remember, I watched all of House of Cards. I watched all of 24. I watched all of Heroes back when Heroes was good. I finished up all the shows that I liked, and I didn't have anything left. And like, for me, fitness YouTube has now become that thing. I mean, I remember thinking I was tough. I was this cool kid, and I remember I would come home at the end of every Thursday, and it would be 9 o'clock, and I would just turn into a little cheerleader at the TV going, yeah, yeah! Just watching, like, Kane versus The Undertaker, Undertaker versus Kane, Triple H versus The Rock, and you have, Shane McMahon versus this, DX versus that, and I would just get up on the couch, and I would start yelling, yeah! Right as, you figured out that somebody's going to win, or that the tide turned, or remember Kurt Angle versus Triple H? You remember when Kurt Angle was screwing with Stephanie McMahon? And when Kurt, when all that stuff was happening, and there was that tension, and remember when Stone Cold Steve Austin took his medals and threw them away, and then when Kurt Angle was pretending he was going to kill Stone Cold, and you had all that shit, like, all of that stuff that was happening during the Attitude Era in the early 2000s, all that drama, it's gone. It's not as good as it used to be. But you can find that all on fitness YouTube. You can find that with, like, fucking Vegan Gains versus Furious Pete. You can find that with Jason Blaha versus Jerry Ward and the Great Blahino and these people that are trying to figure out whether or not Jason Blaha was really a CIA operative or a special agent, who are now stalking his fucking family and to try to figure out if this was true or not. You got to figure out whether or not those people are just trying to uncover the truth about the Jason Blaha claims, or whether they're evil people that were hired by the supplement industry to make Jason Blaha look bad. You got, there is this... One of my personal favorites was Mike O'Hearn. Really wanted to get into a fight with this dude. I can't believe I forgot about that before ending the video. He really wanted to get into an MMA fight with this guy. I'm sorry for the guy that I forgot his name. And then it winds up being the case that the guy he wants to get into an MMA fight with is a professional trained fighter. Like, he was a street fighter, then he became a professional martial arts fighter. He's been doing this for, like, the last 20 years of his life. Just fight, fight, fight. And Mike O'Hearn figures out that this dude's a professional fighter and is like, oh, yeah, I didn't mean all that stuff. And it's like, you can't write stuff as well as this stuff is happening naturally that nobody's even trying to have happen. And again, this stuff is just... It blows my mind. I logged on to fitness YouTube almost a year ago because I wanted advice on an exercise that I was fucking up. I wasn't making gains as quickly as I was with every other exercise. I sucked at it. I just wanted to look up what other people had to say about it. But I got sucked in to this. I got sucked in to this fucking drama show, and I haven't been able to admit it. I'll tell people, like, oh, I'm just watching it because, I sit in a chair all day, and I'm tech oriented, and I look into a microscope, and I just want to be able to do a little better at the gym. No, I'm not. I do care about doing better at the gym. I do want to be able to, make gains. I do want to be able to, have a good diet. I want to be able to run home and run faster every single time I do it. I do care about fitness, but the reason I'm watching these channels has nothing to do with fitness, and it has everything to do with reliving that feeling that I used to have when I'd see Kane come out and like choke slam 4 people in a row back in 1999 when I was fucking 10, 11 years old. Like, you get all of that on fitness YouTube now. And I don't know if they're trying to do this. I don't know if some of these people are trying, some of them are not. Maybe none of them are trying at all. That just so happens to be what it's turned into. But fitness YouTube is a genuine source of entertainment. And like the WWF is always the quote-unquote manly drama for like the manly men that we can't admit that we like drama. I watched 7 seasons of Gilmore Girls. I mean, I'm not insecure about who I am in any way, shape, or form. I watched 7 seasons of Gilmore Girls. I watched all of Seventh Heaven. I watched Eat, Love, Pray with Julia Roberts. And I watch this stuff. But like the WWF was always that, it was always that drama that was okay for the manly men, like the man that wouldn't watch Gilmore Girls, the man that wouldn't watch a Julia Roberts movie because, you know, they thought it would make them less of a man. The WWF was always the drama that it was okay for men to watch. And like this is the next version of that. I mean, just the ridiculous amount of crap going, and not even to mention, I can't believe I left it out, like the Rich Piana versus Jason Genova. Jason Genova gets all of his fans to you know, I was just about to say Error 66. That shows you how stuck I am in Apple land with Error 53. I was about to say Error 66. Order 66, people. These people getting death threats against their families and blah, blah, blah. So then the bodybuilder winds up smacking the autistic kid. I mean, this entire thing. It's the WWF in the late 90s. It is this never-ending drama. You think that when SummerSlam comes that it's going to end. They're going to settle it. They're going to be done. But nuh-uh-uh. The match that's supposed to settle the drama winds up not ending properly because some jackass comes with the chair and he fucking cheats. And you think that when the lawsuit is over, when Lane Norton and Jason Blaha is over, that drama's going to be over. You think when this person stops arguing with that person that it's going to be over. But it never, ever ends. It's just like the WWF. There's always a reason for one piece of drama to lead to the next piece of drama. And I will say without shame that I am guilty of watching this crap. I watch it on my spare time. When I'm walking to get my lunch, and it takes me about 5 minutes to walk to the place I get lunch, I put on a fitness YouTube drama video. When I'm waiting for the woman to prepare my lunch at this great place called Stuyvesant Organic, it's on 14th Street and around Avenue A or B. It's amazing food. If you're in the East Village, you gotta eat there. It's like $5. You get this amazing filling meal. It's $5. It's insane. And they're taking about 5 or 10 minutes to prepare my food. You know what I do? I load up another video from Fitness YouTube, and man, every single time, it's like your characters get on the screen, your characters are, you know, pumped up. They're pumped up just like the WWF ones are. They're all strong, they're all bigger than me, and they all seem to hate one another. And I'm not saying this is a compliment, I'm not saying it as an insult, I'm just saying it as what I observe. I came because I was fucking up doing the bent over row. That's what I was screwing up. I watched 2 videos on that shit, and somehow I got sucked in to this fucking ridiculous rabbit hole that is fitness YouTube drama. And I mean, again, I came to this entire thing for, you know, for tips. But I stayed for this back and forth shit that is like, you couldn't dream of writing storylines that are as ridiculous, as contrived, as melodramatic, as heartfelt, as the shit between all these people. And it's just absolutely mind-boggling, mind-blowing, just what YouTube has become. And this is something I've talked about in other videos. I've talked about how YouTube is kind of, this is becoming the new TV. Like, more people cut the cable every single month. More people are cutting the cord. More people are not watching traditional shit. Yet, this non-traditional stuff, this is becoming the new TV. And this is really where I notice it becoming the new TV, because I don't watch YouTube much. I don't watch a lot of YouTube. I stay in my comment section. I comment on my comment section. I troll Eli every now and then because trolling Eli is fun. The battery just died in my camera, but that doesn't mean I'm done talking. And, you know, I'll troll him every now and then. I'll do this stuff, but that I don't watch. I watch a couple of grade A, under A videos that I was linked to, but I'm not like a YouTube person that just sits here consuming content all day. But this fitness YouTube stuff, I mean, it's been almost a year, and I still watch all the time. I'm still watching the quote-unquote reruns of the past dramatic episodes to just try to catch up on the storyline and everything. And this has become TV. YouTube has become TV. And I don't know why I did a video on this, but I did. So that's that.